Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have a little bit of a chat about the Loki and Hela Synergy in Marvel Contest of Champions and the change that is coming to the synergy. But before we kind of get into that and the information and the announcement that Kabam have made, just to fill you in if you're a little bit out of the loop, so Hela is being released today as a brand new character in Marvel Contest of Champions, and one of the synergies that she has with Loki is Loki's Special 2, removes 7% of the opponent's maximum health if Loki has more health points than his opponent. However, Hela's synergy allows him, while the opponent is cursed, which gets via Loki's special 3, and you can refresh via both the special 1 and heavy attack. If the opponent is cursed and Loki uses a special 2, then it deals 6% of the opponent's maximum health as direct damage. So some of the people that got Hela, the top 5 from the Goldblum challenge, took, Loki straight into Labyrinth of Legends to see if this would work against some of the more beefy opponents, and it did. There were videos, there were forum posts, there were loads of stuff all fluttering about earlier this week, and a lot of people were waiting on Kabam's response to see exactly, what they're going to say about this, whether or not this is working or as intended or not. And they have confirmed that it was an oversight. Like, apparently they just didn't think that this was going to be a problem. They just overlooked it, completely forgot about Labyrinth of Legends. However, I think what they've done in terms of the response is pretty good. Ideally, I think a lot of people would rather just have the synergy be as OP as it was, because I didn't think it was necessarily too broken. I mean, looking into kind of the practicality of like getting to the special 3 and then keeping up the curse with either a heavy attack or a special 1, and if you're going to push out special 2s, you need to keep it up with a heavy attack, right? And then the practicality of that in Labyrinth of Legends with the reduced stun time, it's very, imagine very difficult to get more than like 3 or maybe even 4 at a stretch off before your Loki gets wrecked or you run out of parries. So yeah, I didn't think it was crazy unbalanced, if I'm honest, just for Labyrinth of Legends, but simultaneously I can see from their perspective how that would have created a problem for potentially future content where there isn't like a stun reduction, because if they had the synergy and if it was kind of the standard, they would have to make sure they added like either stun immunity or stun reduction to absolutely everything. So they released Labyrinth of Legends 2, and all the bosses have like 50 million health. If you could just take 7% off, then it would make the content very trivial. So yeah, well, Labyrinth of Legends 2, I discussed them in New York Comic Con, and it's apparently not come in or not in the works at the moment. But yeah, that's just an example of how maybe in the far future this might have had to be scaled back. So it's better to, I guess, nip it in the bud before the character goes on sale than to get all these people like investing in Hela to get this crazy OP synergy, but then it being nerfed at a later date after people have already spent money on the character. However, the change that they've made and the kind of middle ground, the compromise, is to cap the amount of damage at 100,000, which is still a lot, and I still think, that's roughly, well, slightly less than the amount of damage that you will be dealing on the easy path opponents that have like about 1.5 million there. So it actually, for easy paths and the first Labyrinth clear, it actually doesn't make too much of a difference. So, a 550 Loki, I think if you got it with a Hela synergy, this change doesn't really affect it in comparison. It's just, for 100% Labyrinth, where it's, substantially, theoretically nerfed in comparison there. But to be honest, like, Loki wouldn't have really been the best option for 100% Labyrinth anyway, because there are a lot of fights like Agent Venom and Venom Paul and Kamala Khan. They're either immune to debuffs or shrug off debuffs. They would shrug off the curse and then, just wreck you anyway. So you'd still need a very strong rank 4 option. But it looks like, even with this change, Loki is going to be a great option for Labyrinth of Legends first-time clearers. Maybe if you don't have a strong rank 4 champion or an alternative to Star-Lord. I think, though, just thinking about the practicality of playing the character, even at a 4-star level, like, I think you're better off still going for a 4-star Star-Lord over a 4-star Loki. So I don't really see it being a significant game changer for those people looking to kind of get their first run in Labyrinth of Legends. So they've, essentially capped the damage at 100,000. This is also, not really any update news or anything for Realm of Legends, because it's still going to be a really great tactic in there, especially with Realm of Legends where you have an infinite amount of parries and can just you know, keep refreshing the curse. It's actually going to make Loki a really, really awesome option for kind of those big boss fights in Realm of Legends. So that's pretty damn cool there. And yeah, they just also did a line basically just saying, you know, this is a result of bad case tuning on our end. So I like that they're like, yeah, we kind of fucked up here, lads, and that they've corrected this before the, you know, Hela's gone on sale. So I think out of all the ways to play this situation, I think this is probably one of the best ways that Kabam could have handled it, because I think, you know, it gives a really good compromise where Loki's going to be a great option for the first Labyrinth clear, and also still a great option for that high health content such as Realm of Legends, and it doesn't make this character, you know, completely useless. However, I'm still not a fan of characters being buffed by the synergies. I wish characters could just be buffed passively. This would be an awesome thing for Loki to have just on his own, but I don't know, that's my little ramble whenever stuff like this comes up. But yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of this entire situation? How do you think Kabam have handled this? Should they have done it in a different way? What are your views? What are your thoughts? What's your perspective on this whole thing? Because I know, you know, it has been a little bit controversial amongst the community. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments below. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.